fourth grade. Today is your language arts light unit test. Big day. So we're going to have a little bit of review in preparation for that. Before that though, let me remind you about tomorrow. Tomorrow is a creative writing assignment, and you get to try your hand at writing some kind of poem. And I have got a poem I'm going to read to you today. I'm just going to read the first stanza. You'll need to tune in to tomorrow's video to get the rest of the story. The title of this poem is The Monkeys and the Crocodile. Like I said, I'll just read the first stanza, and tomorrow we'll finish the poem. It's like a story. 5 little monkeys swinging from a tree, teasing Uncle Crocodile, merry as can be. Swinging high, swinging low, swinging left and right. Dear Uncle Crocodile, come and take a bite. Okay, that's supposed to whet your appetite. Tomorrow, tune in and I'll finish that, and we'll talk about your assignment for tomorrow. All right, a little bit of preparation for the test. You've got a checklist on page 61 that you should take the time to look over. I picked out a few things based on what I have seen in your work. I picked out a few things to go over with you, so we won't go across all of them. For starters, do you remember the 3 questions that adverbs answered? 3 questions: how, when, or where. And now we're going to do a little exercise here with a sentence like this. You've had a lot of these sentences where you have to find the verb and then find the adverb. And a lot of times the verb is interrupted, right? And so you're probably tired of me saying this and of doing this, but I'm going to say it again because usually repetition helps make things stick. First of all, the directions are going to say, at least for this exercise that I'm giving you now, find the verb, underline the verb. Alright, so when you underline, you look for a verb, look for action or being. Always start by looking for the verb. Okay, here is a being. Jason is eagerly hopping from foot to foot. Wonder what happened to him. He seems excited about something. Eagerly hopping is an action verb. Okay, so what about eagerly? Is that being or action? Eagerly, no. So this must be an interrupted verb. And yeah, is a helping verb because there's an action verb. It's not the only one. Okay, what's the subject? Jason. Now, we're going to look for any adverbs in this sentence. So we say the subject and the verb together, and then ask how, when, or where. Jason is hopping. How, when, where? He's hopping eagerly. Tells how. Jason is hopping. Anything else? How, when, where? Okay, so from foot to foot would tell where, but it's not, we're looking for just a one-word adverb, and so we don't think about that. We just found one adverb, and that's right. Eagerly. Okay, so that's some review on those types of problems. Do you remember, be confident about where to place commas when there's a date in a sentence? When there's a date in a sentence, there are words before and words after. You should place 2 commas in that sentence, at least. One here and one here. How about when there is an address in a sentence? Words before and words after? Or just words after? Either way, yeah, there should be at least 3. One after the street, or one after the name of the road or street, 624 Maple Avenue, after the city or town, and after the state. All right. Can you think of transition words? Can you name a few transition words? Let's see, beginning. I'm sorry, where did I come up with that? Before. Finally. After. Last. Now. Then. Next. Okay, so there's a few, and hopefully you can remember those, at least a few of those. You should remember a few of those for your test. How about this one? Finding figures of speech in a poem. In today's test, you'll need to identify a figure of speech. And so let's review a little bit. What is a figure of speech? You had a definition for that in your lesson a few lessons back. The definition again for a figure of speech is words or expressions used to mean something different than their exact meaning. So one that you're pretty familiar with is personification, right? When an object or animal is described as doing something that only humans can do. So anytime an object or an animal does something that only humans can do, that's a figure of speech. There are other figures of speech, like similes. He is as skinny as a beanpole. Comparing a person to, a beanpole. We don't actually mean he looks like a beanpole or is as skinny as a beanpole. We're just comparing him to that just to describe. He doesn't actually look like a beanpole, right? It's a word or expression used to mean something different than its exact meaning. You ever taken a drink of something, maybe a lemonade on a hot summer day? That sure hit the spot. That is a figure of speech. Hit the spot. That hit the spot. Words or expressions used to mean something other than their exact meaning. Or another one would be rough as a cob. Have you ever described something as being rough as a cob? I've heard that one before. That would be a figure of speech. All right. And then I guess one other thing, Remember how to identify rhythm in a poem? I'll just remind you to do this, read the poem out loud, and also look for those two-syllable words, and think about where the accent is when you normally say a two-syllable word, and that's where it's going to be in the poem. All right, that's all for review. Do your best on your test. And I look forward to seeing what kind of a score you get, how you did. And also after this video, there'll be a video for your spelling quiz, so you can tune into that.